Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Starts, and it is my great pleasure to welcome in the Mako Girls.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. So excited. Well, I know we have Mimi, Anai, and Kina here with us today. This is a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure you guys are used to this, speaking in tandem like this. But off the top of the show, I always like to get a little bit of the backstory on the groups. And I don't know if you want to go kind of individually and give a little bit of your individual backgrounds and then coming together, or how you want to do it. But I'm going to let you figure it out.
All right, that's perfectly fine. We're actually sisters, so our start is all pretty much the same.
Right.
We were inspired by the boy group Mindless Behavior in 2012, honestly, to just actually, because we was entertaining for fun, but seeing their process and their documentary inspired us to to do music as a career.
Mm-hmm.
So literally after seeing them, after watching their process, we started looking for our vocal coach.
And I found our vocal coach.
She found at 10 years old. We really started taking more dance classes, like just trying to actually put the package together, what Mako Girls is going to look like. And literally after, I would say 2014, having our first single, we was getting the ball rolling, doing different shows, talent shows, just getting our name out there.
Incredible. So you've been at this for a little while now, but you've always had this vision for what it should be. Right.
Yeah.
It was never, in question what you wanted to do. It was just a matter of how you're going to get there. Obviously, having, 2020 hit in the middle of your career, right, as I'm sure you're starting to build momentum, and that kind of crushing everything as it did for so many people in the music business. But now you're back. You're nominated for the Southern Entertainment Awards. Best Girl Group. Was that the nomination?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, incredible. Talk about what it means for you. I mean, you've been doing this for over a decade. Talk about what it means to be nominated for an award like this.
Ooh, I feel like it's like a recognition of our hard work. Since we've been doing it for like 12 years, it's like 12 years of work finally put into the forefront.
I think it's actually giving, like, typically when you are like doing, like, in the music industry in general, you never really acknowledge, like, at least how you are, who you are, the type of influence that you do have in the industry. And so to be able to just be nominated, like, hey, these are like one of the best girl groups out here, I'm just like, oh, they see what we're doing. So we're on the right path. Like, we just got to keep moving and keep grinding. And so it really feels nice. Even if win or don't win, the fact that we're being acknowledged as one of the best is always an honor.
Yeah, I think that's so important that, like you said, even if you don't win, the acknowledgement and the separation of you from the rest of the people that are out there and working, especially in such an amazing music community like Atlanta is, it can be hard to separate yourself from the local scene, right? Yeah. Like, I live in South Dakota, right? There's just not a lot of people, period. So we kind of stand out wherever we go. Right. But having been on this tour, going through a place, a city like Dallas or Austin or, Atlanta, that it can be super difficult to even separate yourself from the rest of those. And part-timers don't make that happen. I mean, we see the professionalism from just looking at your home studio there. That is not an AI backdrop there.
No,
this is the workspace, the lab, the battle station, whatever you ladies call it. But that's where you're creating this. So are you self-producing your music as well?
No, I wish we was having all the skills. We had everything in our bag, will be set to go. But no, we work with a lot of different producers. Our engineer comes here, spends a lot of nights with us in this studio. We get sit demos. We write with other writers coming in the studio. So it's a whole collaborative experience when we're making music. And like, this is just the hub for where it all happens.
Right.
Yeah.
What a major leg up, though, to have the space that people can come into. I mean, that's at least one less thing to have to worry about.
Yeah, one less ticket to pay for, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say that it, cheaper to build your own and to have it permanently, although the upfront cost is there, you can now create for decades to come inside of your space, and then only having to hire the talent behind the board. And also having those relationships with people, like you said, your engineer spends a lot of time sitting in that chair, staring at those screens and that board.
Oh yeah, all the time. And honestly, when we are having our show, our creative director, her and her team will come in. We'll just talk about how we want to do our show set, and they'll come in here. We'll just vibe out to the music. Our manager and our engineer work together with the sound company, so they sit in here a lot of the times too, just to hear.
They'll be asking for more speakers. Like, you know what we need? Some more speakers.
Yeah, if you see our practice room, because it's also in our house as well, we used to have speakers lining the walls, like barely any room to actually practice. But we covered our mirrors. We was prepared for anything, honestly.
Well, and you have to be in this day and age, and with the huge vision that you have for your careers and where it's going, is that you need to have all of the things in place. It can be so hard to do it all. Do you find it to be advantageous? I know you're sisters and you grew up together, but to have such a tight-knit team, even beyond the three of you, it sounds like you have a pretty awesome team around you.
Yeah, yes. I think it's the best thing because everybody knows the vision. They know us personally. Yeah. So that way they know how we work. They know what we struggle in. Honestly, they know us
how
enough
to pull the things out of us.
Exactly. So they know us enough to actually get the results we're looking for, and we're all on the same page. Like, I think that's the only way we want to work is if somebody is on the same page with the vision we see for ourselves, because there's times when we sometimes feel down. So having them around to be like, y'all, I got this idea, or hey, this song is perfect, let's do this, like pushing us, like lifting us back up on the days we feel down is like the best to have. That
I can honestly say, like, our team has the best communication.
They
like our dynamics, we literally are able to pull from everybody or just draw inspiration from everyone that we work with. And then even just like how Mimi saying, if we're feeling down, they're like, no, I see this for you. Like, if you don't stay down there, you get up, because we believe in your vision. We're gonna push you to make sure you get there. Like, they're so supportive. Like, we absolutely
they get us hype all the time.
Even with the writing process, because sometimes we're all sisters, so we all kind of sync up, and every time when we're writing songs, it's like we're stuck in that same process. There'll be some people that are like, okay, let's just try this. Let's throw something new in there, and it helps get the creative juices flowing as well.
Right. And because you've grown up creating together, that sometimes, like you said, you can get that stuck in that rut altogether as well. So you need some outside influence to bring in and to kind of shake things up and give you a little bit different perspective.
Oh yeah, yes. For sure. I feel like we all live the same lives in different pots. So somebody different with other life experiences, hey, bring them on. We want to hear it all.
Right. And exactly what you just touched on was a big impetus for why I started the Scene projects. Obviously, with so many independent creators out there and in the Midwest, we aren't congregated in one small scene. Right. We're not in a small geographical area where we can, I'm just going to cruise over to their place, or I'm going to go to this show or that show. It was really spread out across a wide geographical area. So it became really important to me to build that community online, whether it's, through the podcast or Facebook groups or whatever we're doing, to kind of be the team, right? Without being official with a lot of people, that we can loosely be associated with one another and can offer that encouragement or advice where it's not always readily available.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good concept. I like it.
So flip side of the coin, how do you handle conflict with one another? Because I'm sure there is some. Is it drawing straws, or is it kind of, how do you handle that being so tight knit? I'm sure there's times where everyone's not in exact alignment as well.
Oh yeah,
we get into a fist fight. I'm doing
It'll be over things like, first off, what we learned growing up from our mom, she preached this heavily to us, is that like your sisters are all that you have in this life, and so like you have to treat one another with respect. And then the main thing is to have great communication across the board. So like when we speak to each other, we're never speaking to each other out of like malintent. Like, we're really just over here like, hey, I'm letting you know this because I care about you. This is how I feel about certain situations. Like, we know when,
or we're like, hey, I'm telling you this because it's wrong. I'm not telling you this just to be saying it. Like, we're pretty upfront with each other, but we just learn how to communicate and how each person likes to be communicated to actually like be more effective and things like that. So we're sisters at the end of the day, so very upfront with each other all the time. but I think overall we have really good communication. So if we are into it about anything, 9
It'll
times
be
out
like
of 10.
who took the charger,
Who has my shirt,
Or if there's
an
an attitude that day, I'll just talk to you in a couple hours. Like I don't want to deal with you right
Give
now.
me a second, real quick. Let me process. I'll get back to you like 1 to 2 business days.
No, yeah.
So how do you handle the duties of singing? That's kind of interesting to me. Is there one of you that is kind of the lead, or is everyone kind of taking their parts and singing backgrounds at different times and harmonies? Like, what is the sound? How is that affected by being a trio?
Oh yeah. So the
There's
cool thing
no
about
leader.
Right. The cool thing about our group is that we each literally do it. And it's also dependent upon the song, in all honesty. Like, there is no, okay, like, maybe you're going to be, like, the lead, and then Keena and I are going to handle, like, backing and stuff like that. It's like, okay, whose voice fits this song the best? All right, it's like a low register. We're going to throw either Mimi or Keena on the song, or if it's, like, in a higher register.
This is all you. Like, a lot of times we play to each other's strengths, or a lot of times if we hear a song, we're like, hey, I really love this part.
Can I call dibs
Can
on
I
this
go
part
ahead
real
and
quick?
take this one? We will do that in a heartbeat if we're.
That's when the fisticuffs come out.
Oh yeah,
That's when
yeah.
we start knocking teeth.
It's funny, we actually just did that first song that we're currently working on. There was like one part of the like rap, and I was like, I actually want to do this. Like, guys, please let me get the chance, give me the opportunity. I swear I'll do good.
Yeah, we're big on like, hey, if you want a part, say it, and then if not, if everybody's just free for all, then we'll just split it up for, like I said, for whoever's voice fits it best.
Well, and the advantage of having the home studio is that you could all three record the same part if you wanted to, and kind of pick and choose from that as well, instead of kind of being under the gun in a studio that's costing several $100s an hour, that you don't always have that capability, even if you might have to sneak in like after dark sometime to record it so you're not ruffling
your own thing. The only person who probably could get away would be me, because I'm learning how to record myself. So our engineer sent me a template I can learn, and he's teaching me. So I'll be in here a lot of the times just like, hey, I want to record these backgrounds and see what they sound like when nobody else listening. I'm trying to pull them in because it's so fun when you can actually
working on me.
It's working on Keena, but you slowly just come in here and you don't have no pressure because we're not really recording a song for real. Like, we're just throwing out ideas. So you have the freedom to just do whatever. But I personally would be that one in here sneaking to find
2
out
a.m. in the morning.
if the part is going to be right.
I'm going downstairs to get some snacks, and I just see Mimi downstairs in the studio. Just like, girl, go to bed.
My blanket and all. I get comfortable. I have my whole setup.
Yeah, well, and it can be addicting, especially learning a new process in that as a creative person. And I admire you for taking that chance. Even though you have the team around you and people to do that, you still want to learn, knowing that, maybe if it's not helping this band, maybe you can help others in the future. You have this beautiful space. I mean, you could be recording that next generation of sisters that are coming along that want to be big stars as well. And maybe your mind's not there, and I'm just kind of planting that seed with you now.
Very big. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little bit older than you gals are, right? I'll be 40 in May, and I'm starting to look at my career and what I do a lot differently. That everything that I do now is about empowering this next generation. While I still have my own musical career and I go out and play some shows occasionally and I still write and do that, my dreams of chasing like a large scale touring lifestyle that's just about me, I'm just kind of beyond that, right? Like, I tried that in 2024. I went out with my band and I had some 5-6 night runs that were going, and I literally got there and was like, I don't want this bad enough. Right. Playing in bars for 20 somethings. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not into this anymore. I'm way beyond my, partying phase. And unlike Mimi, I'm not up at 2 a.m. Ever. So regardless of what there is to do, that is definitely when I'm sleeping. So like going out and performing just wasn't for me anymore. And I was very blessed to find not just podcasting, but a little bit of mentorship and using the 25 years of knowledge I have about the music business, albeit never at like the top level. I know what it's like to be in the grind and to be in that and can offer something to people who are just starting out.
Oh yeah, and I think we've had the great opportunity to do that as well. We have our annual Carnival Glow Party that we were doing every year, and we would put other youth artists on to open up for us, because when we were performing, it wasn't a lot of places for young artists
only
to
had
perform.
The clubs or like the really kiddie
events. So we was kind of like that middle ground, and people who were just above, I think it was like teenage years, as long as they were in their teens, they was able to perform, and we would give them an opportunity to showcase their talents. And anytime we have an event, if we know any artists, we always are like, hey, let's put you on, because we know what it's like.
We really like your stuff. We know that we can see you going places.
Yeah, nothing replaces that stage experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a thing. Incredible. We've talked a lot about the advantages of working together, being family, and being close knit. Are there any, and maybe it might be a question for someone else from the outside, but do you feel like there's any disadvantages to being as close as you are?
Honestly, there is. You would think it's not, but there really is. Just because everything is done in-house, it's kind of hard to separate like work and just your time as family, as sisters. And we struggle with that for years, of just like, okay, when to cut off the conversation about Mako Girls. Let's not immediately start our morning about work. Like, that was really the challenge for us, is just balancing when we wanted to like put our Mako hats on and then taking them off, or even just finding the time to, we're getting older now, so a lot of the stuff that we're doing, even with us being a family, is like I'm still growing up as well as trying to be a unit with my sister. So you're trying to balance the growth rate of yourself and what you want to do with your life on top of how you're going to make it work within the group. So I feel like
we have like similar lives, we also have like different social groups and stuff as well. Like we also have like a little close-knit friend group, but outside of that, we have like friends from, like, for me, I have friends out of state. I go to cons and stuff like that. Or Mimi will have like other friends other places, so she'll hang out with her boyfriend. Anai does Muay Thai, so she'll go out and hang out with her Muay Thai friends and like go out and do other things. So it's kind of like scheduling how we can hang out with our friends, our family, and do Mako Girls as well.
Nobody's fighting a knife for a part, huh?
No, she likes to practice all her moves on us, and we're like, that's enough, okay? You, whatever you want, you got it.
All you hear is like, hey, come here real quick, I want to learn something.
I want to try this move out real quick. I'm like,
that's how you earn respect in the group.
Now, and not that I'm trying to like break up the band or anything, but have any of you ever gone out and done anything solo projects, even if it's just like collaborating with someone else as like a feature on something, or is it always Mako Girls as a unit?
And I left us for Netflix.
Oh my god, that's our cosplay thing. But no, not really, actually, like no official ones. But even if we do like solo projects or just stuff with working with other artists, it really just expands who Mako Girls are. So we're not just limited to like, oh, the trio sisters. Like, you're able to pull stuff from Mimi because she has different interests from me. I have different interests from Kina, and so we're able to just kind of add more to our brand when we do go out to do solo work, because hey, this is a Anai, but then the Anai is also part of Mako Girls, so you tapping into both realms in a way.
Yeah. So we haven't done it musically, but I know like Anai and Kina have a really strong fan base and community and like anime and gaming and cosplay. So a lot of those people who love them for what they do online literally come and see us perform, or they're always like, oh my God, I can't believe it's y'all, when we go to different events as well. So that type of branching off we would do. And then, like we said, all the interest kind of helps add to Mako Girls and who we can actually reach when we're creating.
Right. But it's always, all roads lead back to Mako Girls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exciting stuff. So talk about the music a little bit and what you got coming up. Obviously the nomination is huge, but what have you got? Any new music that's coming out soon or that recently came out?
Oh yeah, we definitely had our first official CD signing at DBS Sounds for our single Chasing a Dream. Basically the song is literally talking about our passion and how much we sacrifice and the work we put in and how dedicated we are to our dream. We put so many years in, we're still going hard for the vision that we see for ourselves.
We also have a docuseries coming out for the release as well. It's going to be released on YouTube. It's a 3-part episode, so stay tuned for that as well.
You're able to see the process of how literally we grew up from like when we were 10, 12, and 14 to now. All the cringy stuff into the improvement of like where we are now, where we're looking to go, you'll be seeing all of that in our YouTube docuseries. Our channel is official Mako Girls, and we have a lot more music that's going to be dropping this year. We're really going to be in our people's faces this year to let them know that this is going to be a Mako takeover. So y'all, wherever y'all see us at, like, go ahead and hop on, join our Mako Maniacs, because we're going to be going crazy with you guys.
Yes, and we're dropping so much merch. We're so excited because we have visions for what we want to see our Mako Maniacs wearing, like our style. We want to make sure we can make that for you guys. So we're going to be doing merch. We're dropping singles like every month. So we're really getting excited and ready. Summertime is honestly when we outside. So we got to be outside with our merch, with our performance, just really, like Anai said, take it over.
Yeah, and you have all this momentum, and the nomination seems like it's a small part now of the year that you were going to have anyway, right? So much of this was happening regardless, but you're able to tap into a nomination and hopefully a big win at the SEA and kind of put that feather in your cap as you go along. There's really nothing that can stop you girls. A friend once told me, if most people, if they put their mind to something, are going to accomplish that. It's a matter of time, right? Well, when you add a second person to that, you probably cut your time in half. When you add a third person into that, it substantially, exponentially decreases the amount of time that it takes, because you're increasing the amount of energy that you have to give to it. And I've seen that in our own I've been able to accomplish so much more in 2025, in the back half of 25 into 26, because of the team that are now coming out to support that. And I think it's really cool that you're multimedia, right? You're gaming, your videos and the movie and the docuseries. You're really far ahead of and doing it. I think a lot of artists out there and people that I've spoken to, like, they want to do that, but either they don't know how or aren't learning how to do it, and it's stuck in that. And I feel like, especially with you, that action is a key component of Mako Girls, that it's not just talk about doing it, it's get out there and accomplish the goals.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right. Hit the nail on the head, honestly, because with our docuseries, we literally shot the confessionals ourselves. We got some mics from our TikTok shop and literally was like, let's do this.
Wrote down all the questions.
All the questions, got the script,
had
got
a whole mood board and everything.
Everything. Literally, that's how we run a lot of our stuff. So if anything we wanted to accomplish when it comes to releases or projects, if we want to do it, 9 times out of 10, we're back behind the scenes, making sure every little piece is there and learning through the process so people can see it come to life.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, that's why I talked a little bit off camera about the tour that we just came off of, but for the same reason, where it was like, look, this is what we want to do. It's getting tiresome, like telling people what we want to do. I'm just going to go out and do it. I'm going to roll tape the entire time, and then I'll make my own docuseries or whatever off of that to be able to, like, here, you want to know what we do? Here it is, right? Go watch this 15-minute video and you'll have a much better idea of what the scene projects are and who Bubba Starts is after that. And for me, it was imperative to just get that done. I get tired of talking, right? I talk all the damn time. I want to be able to just send you a link and be like, yeah, if you want to work with us, get back to me. I just don't have the time.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah, for us, it was just people know us, but they don't know our story, or they don't know how much we'd actually put in behind the scenes to get to where we are. And so we're like, we just go ahead.
Okay. I was say, it seems like they don't want to get to know the story, because there'll be certain people that be like, okay, like, I see it, but we want to change it up. We want to make y'all do this or look like this or sound like this. And it's like, well, that's not what we're going for.
Yeah, I feel like for us, we just was prepared to tell our story, and like having control of how we wanted to tell it, instead of like just waiting for somebody to come find out that they want to tell our story. Now, when they want to come and like make it grand, like we can do that, but we kind of have the vision of what we're looking for and what we want people to see and know about, like the process that we go through behind the scenes to do what they see every time we like step outside.
Yeah, I think that's an incredible lesson for any artist out there, that don't look for somebody to do things for you. You want to control your narrative as much as you can, and to control the process as well. And now that you've done it one time, to not, go back and recreate. You don't need a new, behind the music.
Yeah.
But you can take what you've learned now and apply that to future releases and every single, and maybe it doesn't get a 3-parter, but you're able to put something together now for each, because it's so important now. You have to be engaging with people besides just the music. People thinking that they're going to come out and record a song and that song's going to become a hit and they're going to get signed to a label. And like, it's not even a dream anymore, right? Like it doesn't exist. It's not reality.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's literally trial and error, 20 million trials, and then something just sparks.
Yeah.
After all the work that goes in behind it. Sometimes some people do end up getting lucky and just like, oh hey, this actually just blew up. But for majority, it really is just a dedication of the grind. Like you have to just keep doing it over and over and over again, and then eventually it will take off.
Right. Yeah. Great advice here. I love to see young people like yourselves that are just out there doing it, especially young women. I think it's so empowering for other, girls that are growing up now. My daughter's 9. She wants to be as famous as Taylor Swift. I was like, okay, honey, well, daddy might have to do a lot of work before I can do that for you. But teaching them the work, I think, and the work ethic is almost something that you can't teach. Where does that come from you girls? You mentioned your mom being very on, I would say, like the emotional intelligence part of teaching you early on to respect one another at the very least. But where does your work ethic come from, and what keeps you going?
Right. Most definitely say our father.
Yeah, our Caribbean father. That is where that work ethic come in. Okay, Caribbean people, we work at 2-3 jobs, but they like stay on it. Like
they're on top of everything.
Our dad, he always would instill in us, like, there's just certain things like hard work. Like he always told us, especially me when growing up before we was even in Mako Girls, he would tell me like, oh, like don't quit, like don't give up on something, like always see it through to the end in a way. Like he never let me quit.
Yeah.
And then when we decided to do Mako Girls, like they truly invest so much into us, like day in and day out. Like they're always working on just coming up with new things or strategies to apply for us, promoting our stuff even while they're at work. Like they've always just shown that kind of hustle mentality in a way, because even with him growing up, he had to do that. And so he wanted to instill it in us to be able to have that extra grind or that hustle to be like, okay, I want to put myself out there. I want to get to this next level or just anywhere in the world or in the industry. And so we have to constantly work for that. Like it's not just going to be handed to us. You have to get out there actively and promote yourself, just show the people who you are and just constantly just push yourself all the time. And no quitting.
Yeah, and ironically, like that's the best part to us is that like work, because like even when we're going to like rehearsals, that's the most exciting part for us, to work on new things, to come up with new ideas, to like see the whole process go throughout
and come to life. I feel like a lot of people we work with when we're doing any type of choreography, any type of boot camp, they're like, your work ethic is unmatched. Like y'all are not shying away from anything y'all never done before. Y'all are like, let's do it. Y'all gonna keep trying until we do have to switch something up. Like I think that's our best like attribute, like when we're going to different places or working with different people, they're just like, y'all just don't stop. And I feel like again it's from our parents, because they both ran multiple like their own businesses. So we've seen them just grind and build their own clientele doing different things. And I feel like watching them, and even in this day and age, seeing all these different people starting their own companies and doing their own thing, it kind of makes you know like you can do it too. Like just whatever you want to do, everything's gonna take hard work. You might as well do it for something you love doing. So I feel like we put that into like play every time we're hitting the stage or rehearsing or anything like that.
Yeah, you earned the Mako name, that's for sure.
Yeah, we did.
I love it. Well, I think that's a great point to kind of cut this off. I would love to invite you girls back for an episode of one of our other shows we call Love Noise, which we live stream on Wednesday nights. And would love to have you bring in a couple of your songs so we can listen to them live and chat even more with you, if you would bless us with some more of your time. But anything you need to plug, here's your opportunity. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first off, everyone can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok
At Mako Girls. You guys can subscribe to us on YouTube at Official Mako Girls.
And you can check out all of our information and get our merch on our website at www.makogirls.com.
Mako Girls is spelled
MAKOGIRLS.
Notice that's a K, not a C. Our single "Chasing the Dream" is available right now on all music platforms. So go ahead and stream it, and get ready to check out our YouTube channel for the official docuseries.
Couldn't have said it better myself, ladies. Thank you so much for taking some time for me today, letting me see the inside of that studio. Hopefully one day I'll have the opportunity to come in person and hang out and listen to some unreleased new tracks that you're creating. Thank you so much. I'm really appreciative of the opportunity to chat with you today. And thank you for being part of the scene.
No problem.
Thank you for having us.